Section 10.2, addition and subtraction of integers. And just remember, integers include negative numbers, 0, positive numbers, but does not include fractions or decimals. Two helpful tips to remember: that if you're working with two numbers and the numbers have the same sign, regardless if they are positives or negatives, you're going to find the sum, which means to add. So just remember, same sign, sum. Easy enough. Some examples include positive 16 and positive 23. You're going to find the sum because they have the same sign. 16 plus 23 equals 39. Your answer is also positive because the numbers themselves that you are adding are positive. Another example would be negative 12 plus negative 12. The signs in front of the numbers are the same. They are both negative. So you will add them or find the sum. Negative 12 and negative 12. Just add 12 and 12 and you get 24. But your answer will be negative because the numbers themselves are negative. Think in terms of a number line. If you start at negative 12 and you move 12 more to the left, meaning in the negative direction, you end up at negative 24. Just as with 16 plus 23, if you start at 16 and you move 23 more to the right, the positive direction, you end up at 39. Another trick is different signs difference. So if you're working with two numbers and one is a plus or positive and the other one is a minus or a negative, you're going to find the difference, which means to subtract. Let's try an example. 6 plus negative 9, which is really 6 minus 9. When you have plus a negative, it becomes a minus. And no matter what, you can always take the larger face value minus the smaller face value. You end up with 3, but your answer will be negative because the 9 itself is negative. Another situation would be negative 6 plus 7. The 6 is negative, the 7 is positive. No matter what, just take 7 minus 6, you end up with 1, and your answer is positive this time because the 7 is positive. Okay, let's try some examples. 4 plus 2, that's easy, that's 6. But using the same sign sum rule, we know to add or to find the sum because the signs are both positive. The answer is 6. What if we have negative 4 plus negative 2? Remember, if you have plus a negative, you can rewrite it, if you want to, as negative or a minus. So it would be negative 4 minus 2. Again, these have the same sign, no matter how you look at it. They are both negative, same sign sum, so you're going to end up with 6, and your answer is negative because the numbers themselves are negative. Negative 4 plus 2, they have different signs. The 4 is negative, the 2 is positive. Therefore, you're going to find the difference or subtract. You do 4 minus 2, which is 2, but your answer is negative because the 4 is negative. And then finally, 4 plus negative 2 or 4 minus 2 because you have plus a negative, that becomes a minus. That is simply 2. And again, different signs difference. Let's try some other examples. Negative 4 plus negative 9, or if you'd like to, rewrite it as negative 4 minus 9. The plus negative becomes a minus. They have same sign, so same sign sum, so you end up with 13, and it will be negative 13. 6 plus negative 13 or 6 minus 13, different signs difference, so you subtract 13 minus 6, you get 7, but our answer is negative 7 because of the 13. 162 plus negative 247 or 162 minus 247 plus a negative. Different signs difference, you're going to subtract 247 minus 162 equals 85, and your answer is negative because of the 247. Some other problems. What is negative 14 added to negative 47? If you set it up, it looks like this. Negative 14 plus negative 47. Rewrite it, if you want to, as negative 14 minus 47 plus negative. Same sign sum, so you add 14 plus 47 gives you 61, and your answer is negative. Find the sum. Don't let that word throw you off too much because you may end up subtracting. Just look at the signs and use the rule same sign sum, different signs difference. We have -4 plus -6 plus -8 plus 9. If you'd like to rewrite it, you can. -4 minus 6 minus 8 plus 9. You don't have to do that. Whichever way visually looks better for you. Now, because we're working with more than two numbers, you work from left to right and you only work with two numbers at a time. So let me show you what I mean. We have -4 minus 6, same sign sum, so it's -10. -10 minus 8 is also same sign sum, excuse me, so you have -18, and then -18 plus 9, that's different signs difference. That's going to give you 18 minus 9, which is 9, but your answer is -9. Number 6, what is -154 more than -37? More than means to add, and be careful with the order in which you write the addition. This isn't as important as the less than phrase, but it's also a good thing to follow. So remember, when you see more than or less than, you basically switch the order of the numbers as you see them in the question. So we're going to have -37 plus -154. If you'd like to rewrite it, you can. -37 minus 154. Same sign sum no matter how you look at it. So when you add the two numbers together, you end up with 191 and your answer is negative. Find the sum, and again, don't let that word throw you off too much. Just remember the rule, same sign sum, different signs difference. We have -5 plus -2 plus 9 plus -3. If you'd like to, you can rewrite it as -5 minus 2 plus 9 minus 3. Work with two numbers at a time, so we start with -5 minus 2, same sign sum, so you end up with -7, and then -7 plus 9 minus 3. Let's work with -7 plus 9, different signs difference. We end up with 2, and it's +2 because of the 9. So we have 2 minus 3, different signs difference, so we subtract. 3 minus 2 gives us 1, but our answer is negative because of the 3. Okay, let's look at a slightly different scenario. We're going to work more now with subtraction, i.e. negative numbers. So we have 9 minus 3, -9 minus 3, 9 minus -3, and -9 minus -3. Starting with 9 minus 3, that's pretty straightforward. We have different signs different, so we're going to subtract and end up with 6, and it's +6 because of the 9. Then we have -9 minus 3, so negative and a negative, so we have same sign sum, and we're going to end up with 12, and it's going to be negative because both numbers are negative. All right, now we have 9 minus -3. When you have minus a negative, it becomes a plus, and just a plus. Everything else goes away. I would strongly advise you to rewrite a situation like this. So 9 minus -3 becomes 9 plus 3, which is a much simpler problem to look at, and that's simply 12. -9 minus -3, again, I would strongly advise that you rewrite anytime you have minus a negative. So -9 plus 3. Now, once you get to this situation, you can use the different signs difference rule. So we're going to subtract. 9 minus 3 gives you 6, but our answer is negative because of the 9. Okay, let's try some on our own. See how you do. 8 minus 15, 8 minus -15, -8 minus 15, and -8 minus -15. You're going to end up with 4 different answers. The answers are -7, 23, -23, and +7. Number 1, subtract -15 minus 75. Again, don't focus too much on the word subtract. Just use the rules that I taught you, no matter what the situation is. Same sign sum, different signs difference. So -15 and -75 have the same sign, so we are going to find the sum. 15 and 75, when added, give you 90, and your answer is negative, so -90. So in reality, no subtraction was involved. Number 2, what is -32 less than 27? Okay, so we see the phrase less than, extremely important, not to ignore. Now, you're going to switch the order of the numbers when you write it out as an expression. You're going to write it as 27, less than means subtraction, so 27 minus negative 32. Do not write negative 32 minus 27. That is incorrect. So 27 minus negative 32. When you have minus and negative, it becomes a plus. So 27 plus 32, which is simple addition, your final answer is 59. Number 3, subtract negative 13 minus 5 minus negative 8. Again, don't focus on the word subtract, just focus on the rules that you know. Same sign sum, different signs difference. If you'd like, rewrite it. I would strongly suggest that. So we have negative 13 minus 5, and then minus negative simply becomes plus, so plus 8. Since we're working with more than two numbers, only work with two at a time from left to right. So starting with negative 13 minus 5, same sign sum, so you end up with negative 18. Negative 18 plus 8, we have different signs difference, so we're going to subtract. 18 minus 8 gives you 10, but our answer is negative 10 because of the 18. Okay, number 4, find the difference between negative 8 and 14. The word difference means simply to subtract. You maintain the same order. So we have negative 8 minus 14. Same sign sum, so you're going to add 8 plus 14, which gives you 22, and our answer is negative because the numbers themselves are negative. Number 5, negative 8 minus 30 minus negative 12 minus 7. If I rewrite, I end up with negative 8 minus 30 plus 12 minus 7. Work from left to right and only work with two numbers at a time. So negative 8 minus 30, same sign sum, negative 38. Negative 38 plus 12 minus 7. Now focus on negative 38 plus 12. Different signs different, so subtract. You get 38 minus 12, which is 26. It's negative because of the 38. So negative 26 minus 7, same sign sum. Add 26 plus 7, you get 33, and our answer is negative because they are negative. Number 6. 4 minus negative 3 minus 12 minus negative 7 minus 20. If you rewrite, you'll get 4 plus 3 minus 12 plus 7 minus 20. Work from left to right and work with two numbers at a time. So 4 plus 3 gives you 7. 7 minus 12 plus 7 minus 20. Then work with 7 minus 12. 7 minus 12 gives you negative 5 plus 7 minus 20. Negative 5 plus 7 gives you 2, so 2 minus 20, and then finally 2 minus 20 equals negative 18. Number 7, find the temperature after an increase of 9 degrees Celsius from negative 6 degrees Celsius. So if you start at negative 6 and you increase that number by 9, you're going to move 9 to the right if you think in terms of the number line, or negative 6 plus 9, different signs difference, you end up with 3 degrees Celsius. And finally, number 8, find the temperature after an increase of 12 degrees Celsius from negative 10 degrees Celsius. Same exact type of problem as number 7. You start at negative 10 and you increase by 12. So negative 10 plus 12, different signs difference, you end up with 2 degrees Celsius.